June 1858. A rider in a cavalryman's uniform charges a squadron of the 8th King's Royal Irish Hussars outside Gwalior, India. The rider is a queen, dressed as a man, sword drawn, fighting the largest empire on earth. Now, the title of this video is wrong. She didn't win. The British destroyed her, sacked her city and killed her. Then they couldn't stop praising her. That true story is better than any myth. Her name was Manikarnika. Born around 1828 in Varanasi, she grew up in the household of Peshwa Baji Rao II. This was, according to Britannica, an unusual upbringing for a Brahmin girl. She trained alongside the boys of the court in swordsmanship, riding and martial arts. She married Maharaja Gangadhar Rao of Jhansi and took the name Lakshmi Bai. Then everything collapsed in sequence. Her biological son died at 4 months old. The Maharaja adopted a cousin's child, literally the day before his own death. And the Governor-General, Lord Dalhousie, had a policy called the Doctrine of Lapse. If a ruler died without a biological heir, the East India Company swallowed the kingdom. Jhansi was annexed in 1853. In March 1854, Lakshmi Bai was removed from the fort and the palace, given a pension and her husband's personal property. She was about 25 years old, a queen of nothing. One person who met her during this period was John Lang, an Australian-born barrister who had actually won cases against the East India Company. He advised the Rani on her appeal in 1854 and is the only foreign writer known to have met her. In his book, Wanderings in India, he wrote that he told her, "The whole world resounded with the praises of her beauty and the greatness of her intellect." Her appeal was rejected anyway. In May 1857, 85 sepoys at Meerut, who refused to handle the new Enfield cartridges, greased, the soldiers believed, with cow and pig fat, were tried and put in irons. The next day, 3 regiments stormed the jail, freed them, and marched 50 miles to Delhi. The rebellion of 1857 had begun. At Jhansi, the garrison mutinied. On June 7th, the Europeans who came out under a promise of safe conduct were seized, taken to the Jokhan Bagh and killed. Whether Lakshmi Bai ordered this or was powerless to stop it is still debated. The British blamed her. But the following week she wrote a letter to Major Erskine, the regional commissioner, stating she had only 50 to 100 men guarding her own house and could not intervene, a fact she said she very much regretted. The historian S.N. Sen later debunked the key testimony used against her. What is not debated? Sir Hugh Rose arrived at Jhansi on March 21, 1858. By March 30th, his bombardment had breached the walls. Tatia Tope marched to relieve her with 20,000 men and was defeated at the Battle of the Betwa River. On April the 3rd, the British stormed the city. 3 days of looting followed. But she wasn't there for the sack. She had escaped on horseback before the city fell. The legend, commemorated today on a memorial board at Jhansi Fort, says she leaped from the walls with her adopted son strapped to her back. No contemporary document confirms the leap. What is confirmed, she got out. She withdrew to Kalpi, joined Tatia Tope and Rao Sahib, and together they seized Gwalior, one of the most important strongholds in central India, a defiant final gamble. On June 17th or 18th, 1858, at the Battle of Kotaki Serai, she fought the 8th Hussars dressed in a Sawar's uniform. According to one eyewitness account, she was unhorsed, fired a pistol at a hussar, took a saber wound, and was killed by a carbine shot. A competing tradition says she was mortally wounded and asked a hermit to burn her body so the British could never take it. She was about 29 years old. Gwalior was the last major battle of the rebellion. After it, control of India passed from the East India Company directly to the British Crown. She lost. That needs to be said plainly. The British won decisively, but something strange happened in the decades after. The only European who ever met her had already written that the whole world praised her brilliance. In 1930, the poet Subhadra Kumari Chauhan published Jhansi Ki Rani, a Hindi poem that turned her into a national icon. In 1943, during the Second World War, the Indian National Army named its first women's combat unit after her. Today, her flag sits in the Government Museum at Jhansi. A revolver attributed to her is displayed in Kolkata. and a painting of her hangs in the Victoria and Albert Museum, in London, in the heart of the empire that killed her. So here's what I want you to argue about. Was Lakshmi Bai fighting for India's freedom or for her own throne? And does that distinction actually matter? Tell me below. And if you want more history that refuses to be simple, subscribe. There is plenty more coming.